Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi you guys. Okay, so today we're going to be getting into how to actually become a siren. All the time we see this office siren aesthetic. That took me so long to say that. It's such a mouthful. Office siren aesthetic. Am I the only one that's like, I can't say that? That is such a hot aesthetic. That is like such a captivating aesthetic to me. Like it's just so, it just has some oomph about it. I love it so much. But we see the aesthetic all the time. We see the makeup looks all the time. We see the fashion sense all the time. We see all these things that go along with being a siren. But we don't actually see how to actually be a siren, how to actually have that kind of essence, how to have that kind of energy and air about you. Because being a siren really isn't about your looks. It's all about your energy, it's all about your command, and it's all about your presence. All the great sirens of the past look completely different from the next one, but yet they all had the same kind of effect. They all had this air about them that was so alluring, that was something that you just craved, something that you would die over, something that you would start a war over. Okay, that is a siren. These women had such immense power, such immense influence, and such immense command, and that is something we can all learn from to use not only just with men or relationships or love, but also just in all different aspects of life. Also just a way to feel more confident and more secure and more powerful within ourselves. The two baddies that really had the siren aesthetic down packed before we even knew what that was Marilyn Monroe and Cleopatra. Okay, those were the girlies. Those were the girly pops of their time. Okay, both of them had such crazy influence. Both of them did such crazy things. Both of them had a chokehold on men, all men around them. Okay, like Cleopatra, are you kidding me? That girly pop, she was out there using all the Roman generals to become the biggest, the baddest out there. Okay, like it wasn't hard for her. She was that girl. She had everybody under lock and key. Marilyn Monroe, that was the girly of the time. She's still the girly of the time. Both of them are. Like, they are so timeless because their essence, their energy, it's not even about how they looked. Like literally just everything about them, how they carried themselves, that holds so much power, and that is what we are trying to achieve as being a siren. Marilyn Monroe wasn't just a pretty face. She didn't just have a good body. She wasn't just attractive. She also studied everything. She was super smart. She researched and she knew what she was doing. She studied how to move, how to speak, how to be seen. Her voice, everything about her was something that was carefully curated to have a special effect on people. This wasn't just something that she just fell into, that she suddenly just woke up and became Marilyn Monroe. She knew that she was already beautiful, but beauty only takes you so far, okay? Beauty doesn't give you that same kind of power, that same kind of influence, that same kind of command. That having this energy, having these different aspects about yourself is going to add on so much more. Marilyn Monroe knew that the world wanted to see her. Okay, she's a pretty girl. She's a beautiful woman. Duh, everybody wants to see her. And so she gave them a performance. She gave them a performance of a lifetime. Every time she walked outside, she had it on. She had it on like that, like a flip of a switch. Okay, she had the walk, she had the talk, she had it all going on. Both women were so savvy in all the different skills and talents that they had, and they used that to their advantage. Everything that they already had, they simply just enhanced it, and they learned about themselves and other people and how they interact with people, how society is, to catapult them into spaces, into opportunities that would uplift them, that would bring them into power, that would bring them into success, that would bring them into fame, fortune. Cleopatra spoke 9 languages, okay? She knew politics inside and out. She had the generals wrapped around her little pretty finger. Yes, she was gorgeous. Yes, she was a baddie, but she also knew what she was doing and she wasn't dumb. Being a siren is all about emotional intelligence also. You have to know people. You have to know how people are. You have to know how people are going to react to you, and you have to know what kind of influence you already have. It also takes intellectual energy and unshakable self-worth and self-confidence. You have to know that you're that girl. You have to know that you're that woman. You have to know it when you show up into spaces, even when you feel like you might not have everything to offer, and even when you feel like you aren't the smartest in the room, you're not the most beautiful in the room, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's not what being a siren is about. That's not what that alluring effect is about. It's everything. It just oozes out of you. It's a part of how you move, your mannerisms, how you talk, how you sit up straight, how you look someone in the eye. All those things matter. So you guys, I have 5 tips that we're going to be going through that can help you realize how to become an actual siren, how to really tap into that energy, and how to utilize it in your day-to-day. So you guys, for my first one, I have that energy is everything. Energy is everything. Energy is everything. The siren energy is very slow. It's meticulous. It has a reasoning behind it. It's not just going out here chasing things. It's not just in it for the rush. It's taking things slow. It's taking things with intention. It's very deliberate and it's very undeniable. When you are in that energy, when you feel that energy, when you are seeing it and you're a part of it, it's undeniable. You know that it's there. Marilyn Monroe had a signature walk. If you've never seen her walk, I will try to put in a clip in right here, right now. But she had a signature walk. How you move matters. When she went into one of her first roles ever, she studied so much of how to move, how to operate, how to get a man's attention, how to be alluring. For the role that she was doing, she needed to be this bombshell. She needed to be this girl that would just blow a man's mind. And she really encapsulated that in everything that she did. It wasn't just that she was a beautiful blonde woman, it was also that she used her body. She used everything about herself, her softness, her innocence, her childlike voice. Everything about her helped catapult her into this amazing, flourishing career. Cleopatra was that girl. Okay, one thing about her, she's gonna show up and she's gonna show out. Okay, she showed up in the gold. She was dripped down, drip down, drip down. Okay, she had the perfume. She had everything. She was trying to woo and wow all these men. She was trying to get them in a chokehold, trying to get them crazy in the head. Before she even said a word, before you even saw her, you could see her presence. You could see her energy. You could see what she brought to the table by how extravagant, by how theatrical she is. She didn't ask anyone for anything. She didn't ask for attention. She simply commanded it by her energy. She simply commanded it by who she was, what her essence was. And it came off in a way that wasn't trying too hard. It came off in such an effortless, easy way. And that made it even more alluring. You had men throwing away their career for her. You had men dying for her. You had men going to war for her. Like, she was the girl. She was the girl to be. But I really want to drive home that being a siren, like, it's all about your energy. You have to have that just effortless, I love myself, I'm here, if you like me, you like me, if you don't, you don't kind of energy. And you have to be very just upfront. Have this authority, have this command about you. Look people in the eye and hold your head up high. All these things about your movements, your mannerisms, your grace, your aesthetic, all these things, they add on to your energy. That has so much more power and that holds so much more weight than just a pretty face, than just how you look, than just the clothes that you're wearing. For my next tip, I have to think about mystery and strategy. These two things are so important in encapsulating the siren energy. A siren never gives anything all away. They are not an open book, okay? They're a little bit mysterious. They have a little bit going on behind the scenes and you don't really know what it is, but you want to find out. Marilyn Monroe was such an iconic figure. She is still so iconic to this day, okay? Anybody knows Marilyn Monroe. You could see literally a silhouette of her and you're gonna know that's Marilyn Monroe. That's how iconic she is. Even though she was so iconic, she was so famous, she had such an impact on society, such an impact on beauty standards, all these different things. No one really actually knew who she was or what she was about or like what she liked or like what kind of person she was. She was really an anomaly and she was really a mystery, and that really added on to her allure because you wanted to find out about this beautiful woman. How can she be so larger than life but yet nobody knows her? Cleopatra was a master seductress. She used her knowledge, she used her smarts, and she used her education to really rile these guys up. She had these smart generals just tied down. They were like a dog on a leash for her. She did not care. She knew when to speak. She knew that her voice had an impact and it had a big presence. She also knew when silence has a bigger impact. She knew how to rile people up and she knew how to leave people wanting more. Even though she was this extravagant, free-flowing woman, she really left a lot to the imagination. She left a lot of yearning for these men. She left a lot that people wanted to get to know her more. They needed her energy. They needed to be around her because she was just so different from anybody else, especially in that time. She was such a free woman. So when you're going into spaces, really think to yourself, am I being seen or am I being consumed? Am I speaking too much? Am I saying too much? Probably. Okay, a lot of us overshare. We talk a lot when we get nervous. We kind of just word vomit, and sometimes we need to reel it in. Okay, we need to reel it in. We need to calm it down, take it down a notch, and we need to try to be this mysterious, alluring siren. And sometimes that can be really hard, especially if you're like a little awkward girly like me. It can be a little hard, or if you're like a yapper, also like me. Like sometimes it can be kind of hard. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna do that, keep in mind the strategy part. Keep in mind having a strategy. Okay, you can be a yapper, but make sure that you're yapping about stuff that is not going to be like telling your life story. Okay, like leave a little bit of mystery, leave a little bit of nuggets in there where they're like, I kind of want to know a little bit more about that. Okay, so for my third one of how to have this siren energy and how to make it get anything that you want out of life is to really think about the embodiment of it. Being a siren starts from within. Okay, it starts from your core. It starts from doing things at home. Okay, you're not just gonna suddenly poop, I'm a siren now, I'm a siren girly. Like, okay, we can all dress up like a siren. Okay, we can all do the office siren aesthetic. We can all have the little cute glasses, the cute little top, the cute little skirt, the cute little kitten heels. We can all do like the little makeup, like the smoky whatever. But that doesn't make you a siren. That doesn't really make you a siren, okay? You're just playing dress up. It's all about how you carry yourself when no one is watching. It's in the rituals that you have, and it's in your stillness. The way that you take care of yourself, the way that you feel about yourself, that all is the foundation of how you can become a siren. You become this magnetic, alluring person when you decide that you don't need to be chosen. You don't need to be liked. You don't need people to like you. You don't need people to love you. You don't need people to accept you or to think that you're right, okay? You don't need approval from anyone. A siren is not somebody that begs for anything. They're simply given everything on a silver platter because of how they are, because people want to do that for them, because people crave to do that for them, because people are itching to do that for them. That girl, she doesn't chase, okay? She doesn't chase. She doesn't even think about chasing. That's not even a thing that pops into her head. She's not even like, oh, it's so hard to not chase this. No, because she knows that bigger and better is coming to her freely and openly, and she doesn't have to work for it. She lets everything and everyone chase her because she is the prize, okay? At the end of the day, she's the prize. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. Marilyn Monroe and Cleopatra were in so many spaces with so many influential people and so many people of high authority, and yet they both had them all under their spell. It was so easy for them, no matter who they were talking to, no matter who they were around, to make them see the magic that's within them and to want more of it. These women were around people in politics, people in the military, people that had real influence in the world, and yet they still got everything that they wanted out of these people. It was just so easy and so effortless for them because of how they showed up, because of how they are, because their energy, because they were just so different from everyone else around them. Okay, so for my next one, I have using softness as a strength, okay? A lot of the times we think that a soft, feminine woman is someone that is weak, someone that needs protection, someone that needs help, okay? That doesn't always mean that. There's a lot of strength in being someone that is soft, because in this world that has so much ugliness, that has so much going on, being someone that can be soft and kind and gentle is something that is pretty rare. A lot of people harden their hearts and a lot of people close themselves off from the world. And the people that are soft, those are people that you really want to get to know and you really want to be around, because it's a breath of fresh air. A lot of the times, especially as a woman, you're told that you need to be hard to be taken seriously. You need to make sure that you have this authority to be taken seriously, but you really don't. Sirens, they weaponize their softness. They use that as a tool to get everything that they want. Marilyn's femininity wasn't something that was a weakness. It was something that gained her so much access and got her so much more control in the world. Your softness, your sensuality, that is your edge. That is your advantage. That is something that you can use, and that is a tool. Use everything that you have at your disposal, okay? Sirens, they use what they already have naturally and they enhance that. Use all these things intentionally and you will get everything that you desire. Okay, you guys, so for the last one that I have to be unforgettable. Be unforgettable. Something that you can use to being unforgettable is to having something that is signature to you. Something that when people see it, when people hear it, when people smell it, they know that's you. They know, oh, that's J-Lo. They know, oh, that's love. Like, you know what I'm saying. Marilyn Monroe, she had so many signature looks. She had the hair, she had the body, she had the outfit, she had the blowing her skirt up. Like, she had all these signature things about her that if you see it, if you hear it, if you know it, if you see a reference of it in a movie or a TV show, you know they're talking about Marilyn Monroe. She was a signature girl, and that is something that makes her so unforgettable. She is always going to be such an iconic figure because she had so many things about her that just were her. It was an embodiment of her. Have something about you that is so unforgettable. It can be something so small starting off. It can be like a necklace that you always wear, earrings that you always wear, a certain way that you do your makeup, a certain way that you style your hair, something about you, some kind of scent, some kind of perfume, something that is your signature look, and continue to do that all the time, every day. Make it your thing. Make it who you are, because having something that is signature, even when it's small, especially when it's small, people pick up on those things. When they're talking to you, they're going to be studying different things about you. They're going to see, oh, she has that necklace, it's so beautiful, it brings out her collarbones. It's like, oh my god. They're going to remember that. They're going to remember that, and it's going to become an unforgettable thing about you. It's going to be something that they always remember. Anytime they see a necklace like that, anytime they smell a scent like that, anytime they see this or that or whatever, they're going to be like, that reminds me of them. So you guys, we're at the end of the video. If you like the video so far, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Channeling siren energy isn't just about changing who you are. You don't have to become this completely different person. You just need to use who you are already as your advantage, okay? Everyone is so unique. We have so many different things about us, so many different attributes, so many different skills, talents, things about us that we don't really notice a lot of the time. It's time to notice those little things about you, okay? Because the people that are around you, they see that. They see the power that's within you. They see the beauty that's within you, and they see that alluring energy, but you have to bring it out, and you have to have the confidence to really own it. Being a siren is all about remembering your power, and it's all about using it to your advantage. You don't need to scream to be heard. You don't need to chase to be chosen. You don't need to beg, okay? You will get everything that you want simply by being you and being in that energy that you know that you are enough. Anyone that doesn't realize that is simply dumb, stupid, or slow. Be a presence and be the mystery, okay? Be that girl that got away. Be the girl that everyone is like crying, upset about, like you're a heartbreaker. Be that girl, be that siren, be her. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys again soon. Enjoy your night, day, whatever it is for you, and I will see you later. Bye, you guys.